Hello, my friends. What is happening? I got another StarCraft 2 gameplay here. As you can see, I am Zerg this game. I wonder, now that I really think of it, what was out first, either Toy Story 1 or StarCraft, where the guy's name was, Emperor Zerg. So, I wonder which one was out first. I wonder if Toy Story got Zerg from StarCraft or Zerg from, or if StarCraft got Zerg from that. So, I don't know. I know they're kind of not the same thing, but oh well, the name. So, yeah, I'm playing a 2 vs 2 game here. Kind of been struggling in 2 vs 2 lately. So, I mean, it's okay. I mean, I know the 1 vs 1 scene is where it's at, and I was zooming in my computer to see kind of what that was. Spoilers here for you guys, so fast forward about 15 seconds if you don't want to hear what happens at the end of the campaign or during the campaign towards the end. I was wondering if that was one of those like bio Zergs with the Protoss DNA or whatever it is. So, anyways, but it wasn't. So, if you guys are back, don't worry about it because I am no longer talking about it. Yeah, I actually lost a couple games today where it was, one main entrance with the rock to the left or to the right, and they attacked the rocks with a quick zergling rush or something like that, and just took out one of my guys because one of my teammates was not, coherent enough to, attack what was coming from the rocks. So, yeah, I mean, like I said before, I, kind of got off pace there. It's a Zerg and a Protoss versus the Terran and a Zerg. So, I don't know. I think we have the advantage in terms of race if the Terran is not very good, but who knows? We'll see. And I don't know why this guy didn't send yet, but I mean, any game I've played a 2 vs 2 with a Zerg, I've been rushed, and I think statistically and through the game, if you time it, you can probably get off about 6 or 7 Zerglings before. I mean, it has to be even. So I mean, let's say 6 to 8 Zerglings before a Protoss can get a photon cannon or a gateway. I mean, it'll be close. So I mean, if you have 2 Zergs, and I mean that's 12, minimum. Hell, I mean you can even do 8, go really quick, and I know it'll be a 4. So that'd be a tough rush to stop. I mean, a double Zerg like that. And I mean that early, it wouldn't even be so. It wouldn't really hurt your economy too much. It's only 150 minerals for what would be 6 Zerglings. So that's a a photon cannon or a zealot and a half or a zealot, whatever you want. I say zealot. Anyways, this guy looks like he's rain pumping with one of the barracks and going marauders. So I guess whatever he wants to do. And if he does that, I think by the time we get a steady force, it's gonna be pretty much game over. And 4 minutes in the video, so it looks like it's like 8 minutes and a couple seconds in on the main, because I think I have this in fastest. Times 2 or whatever, so times 2. And I mean, I've been trying out some Zerg. I don't really care about my 2 vs 2 record so much, so I just kind of just been experimenting. I played some Terran today, and then I also played some Protoss. So you never really know what you'll end up. But my 1 vs 1 race for right now is Protoss. For those of you guys who are curious, I think you can end the game the fastest when using Protoss, but if it goes into a later game, you can also stick with somebody who's like a good Zerg or a good Terran. because they got pretty, or they have pretty, a pretty base, a pretty base setup with their units. They got a, decent ground unit, a very good ground unit. I should say decent ground units and very good ground units, and decent air, very good air, stuff like that. I mean, but I guess that's with all races. But I think Protoss, it works the best. I should say it's the easiest. If one of my friends was getting the game right now, I would probably start him off with Protoss. Yeah, and the reason I don't really like Terran because I played the campaign, and it's like you're Terran in the campaign, and where's he out? I'm pretty sure that the next campaign is going to be Zerg. The basic Zerg missions. And I don't know what's going to happen, so I won't even talk about it. But I think it's going to be Zerg, and I'm sure I'll get tired of playing Zerg when I play that campaign, and the next one Protoss, etc. So yeah, that guy, he has a mix of like Hydralisk there, Roaches, and Zerglings. So that's a pretty normal army, but you probably should have focused one or the other, or two against the one. And if we attack right now, which I'm sure we pretty much do, it's game over. And yeah, exactly. So he pinged that Overlord right there, and I didn't really know Zerg about Niduses. I know what they are from one, and I know what they do, but I thought you had to be on creep to work a Nidus, but I guess not, because you'll see here. It might not happen for a few seconds, but there's going to be a Nidus right behind that crystal. And actually, I told this guy before, if you saw the type, I said the Reapers and Rocks, because I know they had a Terran. So, I fully expected him to have defense behind that Nexus, but he didn't. And it's going to be about any second here before this Nidus Canal comes up on the bottom, and it wipes out his base. And he's not going to see that because we're attacking. So it was a very good time to plant that by him, but unfortunately, this Zerg, he sacrificed basically the game for an attack here. Yeah, because I have defense. I have enough defense, and I can build enough units to easily stop that. But yeah, you'll see in the top when I go here in a second that we're attacking, and I'll slow it down for you guys so you can watch it a little bit. But yeah, these guys weren't the greatest, and then as you can see by that move, he just got his. I think they're called Vikings. I think they were pretty ripped. So a decent defense by those two guys, but not decent enough. And that's about 5, 10. That's about 13 Hydras right there with the Stalkers that he led. So there's nothing really. Plus, I got another probably dozen down here, and it's over because I feel like I was the stronger one, and they took out the weaker one. So even with that base, even with the bases up there, if we only got a little bit, I think I could have. If we crippled one of them, came out into 1-1, I think I could have got it. Some things I want to see if they patch up any units or anything like that. I don't really know. I think they should probably lower the cost for a Hydralisk, because you don't really have any. If if somebody rushes if they rush a Void Ray or something like that when you're Zerg, there's really not a whole lot of counters to it. And Hydralisks are very expensive. I know they actually, in a StarCraft 1 patch, they were like 75, 25, and they were, I don't know what they were, but I know they actually increased the minerals and Vespene in StarCraft 1, so I don't know if they will do that in this game or what. But I don't know if they went to like 150 or 70. I don't know what it was. I don't remember. But Yeah, I mean it is game. I think one of them has left, but I mean we're kind of just looking for this guy's base, and there it is. Because but I mean he actually, and we probably would have. It probably would have taken another 15 minutes, to find this. But yeah, I mean the next 40 seconds really is, trying to find this. But he actually types it and says, "Hey, in your base." I mean, I don't know if this guy knows he can leave, but yeah, he's like, "Hey, in your base," as you can see. But yeah, I mean, I already know looking on this commentary. Wasn't very informative. I mean, nothing really. Which actually, I don't really want my StarCraft commentaries to be boring or only about the game, like a play-by-play. Just info. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and that's gonna be that. So I appreciate you guys watching. All right, take care. Thanks. Bye.